Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Can you guys hear me? Will you just do this if you can hear me? Okay, good. Hi, thanks. I'm here with the one and only Jill Herlands, who is so much fun, as you probably all know. And I'm going to let her take the stage. Hi, Margot. I'm going to let her take the stage and have a blast with you guys. But I just wanted to thank you for being here and tell you how excited we are to be hosting Jill again. And we have had a really nice we've had a really nice show of people. If you guys can't stay the whole time or you have a problem with your availability tonight, you can't hear. Kim, can you hear? Kim Kreitzberg, can you hear? No? Can you hear me, Jill?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
fine.
All right, I'm trying to figure out if other people can't hear. So if people want to say something during the course of this time, feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question. We're not going to be like very strict about people having to submit questions in the chat unless you're afraid or feel uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable talking out loud to people, then send a message in the chat and we'll get that taken care of. But we just want to kind of be in your living room with you today. And I'm going to have, oh, good, Regina's here. I'm going to have Jill share with us a little bit about herself and then about what she is hoping to share in our workshop together. And it's being offered both online and also in our studio. And we have space for both of those things coming up. Okay. And at the end, if you have questions, feel free to send them to me in the chat before we hang up. And if not, you can send them to me at info@Metal Arts Guild, or if you know my email address, you can send it to me there. Just send it to Mag and I'll get it. Or send it directly to Jill and she'll get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jill's the one in my top left corner, but she's probably in a different place on your screen. But Jill.
Yay. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Um, okay, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. If there's anyone here that I've never had the opportunity to chat with, I started this about 9 years ago, and it was an accident, and my daughter was going to college, and I was in the music business for most of my life. I was an agent, and I would book rock and roll bands, and, I always loved, the big jewelry and the black and the whole look of all the musicians, and then I stopped when my daughter was born, and then when she went to college, I said, "I need a hobby." So I'm like, I like to take things apart. Let me teach myself to solder, and then maybe I can build stuff with it. And so I did that, and the second that the flame came out, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool." And so I started playing and I started working. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue what I was doing. But I kept playing with it and I loved it. And I had so much fun. And then somebody said, you know what, post to Instagram. And I was like, oh no, I hate social media, don't like it. But I finally did. And the reception was just overwhelming. And I met so many wonderful people, and a business was born. It was not intended to happen, but I am so happy to be here, and I want to show you guys that you have so many things at your fingertips to use and do that you would never think of. And I want you to you know, don't stand in front of yourself and block yourself from doing things that you might want to do, but think, oh, I can't do it, or it's going to be terrible. We're going to get through that. And you're going to know that every thought you have, and I seriously mean every thought, is a creative opportunity. And we're going to play with that. Um, so in well, first of all, let me ask you if anybody has a question about me personally or about anything about my life. Let's start there, and then we'll get into what we're going to do with the workshop. If anyone has any questions, if not, that's cool too. We'll go on anyway. No? Okay. So let's go on anyway. So what we're going to do in this workshop is we're going to basically, you're going to do what you do. And I'm going to show you some ways that you can use your own creativity to make what you want to make. So, if you bring in some older jewelry, whether it be precious or costume, we're going to take, if it's precious, we can obviously use all the metal, but even if it's costume, the gems in costume are so much fun to play with. Even real gemstones, we're gonna do things to it. If you have any gemstones that are cracked, we're gonna break them. We're gonna smash them. Don't be afraid if it's a, oh my God, this is such a beautiful stone. I don't want to ruin it. You're not gonna be ruining it. We're gonna be giving new life to things that you thought were worthless. And we're going to be giving new life to you and your creativity and your I don't really like to say the word inspiration because I think life is inspiring. I think that you're inspired by yourself if you let it happen. And I want to get everyone to that point where they know that even if they think, "Oh, that's not good," or "I can't do that," that you can, and it is that good, because mistakes are the best way to make really interesting pieces. Because if you make a mistake and it's not perfectly set, and it's not perfectly parallel, or however you want it to be, that's where I always say imperfection is so much more interesting than perfection, and letting yourself go and doing things that make you uncomfortable, um, that's where you're going to find what you like to do most and what your, I don't want to say signature, but you'll find yourself in that, in doing what you're afraid to do. um I think that's the way to really get to where you wanna be. I know there are people that think that, when I need a sip of water, my mouth is really dry. Um, I've been having problems with that lately. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, so I drank the water and now I'm good. And, so I know there are some people that I mentor that have contacted me on Instagram and asked me some questions, and we wound up doing monthly talks. I have one woman, I've been doing this for about a year now, and she was just like, where should I be right now? Shouldn't I be selling? How do I sell? How do I do this? And I'm like, just relax. All you need to do is create. That's all you need to do in this business is create. Build up inventory, build up your own self-esteem, build up your own techniques and materials, and the business end is something that you will learn, and you can always, another thing, you can always contact me, and if you want advice about anything, I am more than happy to share it with you, because nobody taught me. I learned this all by myself, and I made tons of mistakes, and but I eventually figured out what worked for me. I don't create for other people. I create what makes me happy, what gives me joy. I think that the minute you say, "Oh, well, this is the trend, I should do this," that's the minute that you lose yourself. And this whole business of creation is really imparting pieces of you into what you're making, and people can actually tell if you like what you're doing. They can tell from your work, is she enjoying this, is she having a good time doing this? If you're saying, well, this is the trend, I need to do what everybody's buying, or I need to do, what everybody's wearing, then you're sort of like an assembly line. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. You don't need a plan. Plans are You don't need a plan. You need to sit down, you need to pick up the metal, and you need to see what the fire does, and see what your hands do, and see what your mind does, because the best work comes out of not knowing. I truly believe that. You discover along the way. And most people hold themselves back from doing what they're truly capable of, just out of fear. Um, so Susan, what do you think is I know we had such a great time last time at that workshop, and I really enjoyed letting everyone do what they do and have a good time with it. And so I really want to do that here. I want to show you what I do with things that are maybe leftover pieces or old jewelry or even a piece of sheet metal. We're going to see what we can do that maybe is outside our comfort zone. I'm gonna do it. I will show you what I do, and then I want you guys to do it, and I want you to ask questions, but I want you most of all to get your hands in the metal, not get your hands in the flame, but get your hands near and around it so that we can all share what we're all doing and we can learn more and we can experiment more because that's the most fun is experimenting. Um, Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you want to say something, Susan?
No, I was
Good.
trying to figure out if that was a question.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
you created a learning environment where people felt very collaborative and you were teaching things. You were like, this is how I do a hollow form. This is how
right.
I work with concrete. This is how I smash my gems. This is how I, but after a little while, people just picked up because they started trusting themselves in new ways. And
Yes.
I think that what you taught was very disarming because it was, I mean, we were calling it breaking all the rules or something like that. But I think that's at the heart of how you work anyways. So it doesn't really matter to me so much what you're teaching as much as the environment of trust and experimentation that you encourage in people.
Yes.
And then people were sharing their excitement with each other.
Oh, so much so.
And people made
That
so many things. They made so many things.
they really made a ton of stuff, and I mean, just the atmosphere in the room was playful, was one of, "Oh, I can't wait to try this," or "I let me do that," or "Let me do this," and I had the best time. First of all, I met a bunch of amazing people, and I wanna meet more amazing people, and I want everybody to just have a good time with what they're doing, but I want to also show you the things that are possible that you might not have thought of, that you might um, not, that you might be fearful of trying, and maybe you tried something before and it didn't. You thought it came out terrible, and so you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to do that again. And so you're taking away something from yourself just by the way your interpretation of your work is never what other people are going to see. Other people you interpret your work one way, but as the artist, we never give ourselves the benefit of the doubt and we're very critical. Other people do not see that in your work. They see what they imagine and it becomes something else to them and something more. And so you can learn how other people see your work, and at the same time learn yourself that what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with anything you could possibly do. Everything you do is right, whether you believe it's a mistake or you believe it doesn't look right or it's not even. It's all great because it all comes from you. And it is a piece of art. If you're using your hands, you're an artist, period. You're not a jewelry designer, you're a jewelry artist. Um, and I want you to feel like an artist. I don't want you to feel like a machine or something that, I have to do this, get this done. I want you to feel like this is freeing and wow, I can do this. And oh my gosh, I was afraid of that, but now it's looks kind of good, or it's really working, or somebody said it was good, maybe it is good, somebody loved it. And let your work speak for you, but your personality also must come into the whole game of this business, if that's what you wanna do. You are your work. So people want to know about you through your work. And if you give of yourself, then that will happen. Um, and then people will be able to, excuse me, people will be able to more so tell about you and your personality through your work. And that's why you need to give of your whole self when you're creating. And feedback from other people can be bad or it can be great. If you're getting feedback from someone who says, "Oh, well, you should do it this way or do it that way," no one else is you. You do what you do, not what anyone else says you should do. You figure out, I know a lot of you have been doing this for a long time, and I know a lot of you have been trying a lot of new things, but I really wanna get you to a point where, well, I don't wanna get you anywhere, I want you to get you. I want you to get to a point where you're like, "Look at this is awesome, and I had no idea that I could do this or this would work." That's what I want. That's what's so much fun to me when I see people excited about what they did. That's what really works for me.
So Jill, when we were talking about what you wanted to teach this time, or what I thought might be fun, Jill was part of, maybe you could talk a little bit about I don't know if it was an exhibit or a contest or whatever you did where people had to recycle their jewelry. And I think
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
they,
This one,
the
go ahead,
rep
sorry.
whatever it was. But Jill had some really wonderful pieces. And prior to that, I went for a walk one day. Jill and I have known each other for several years. I was one of those people that called her for help with something, I don't know, a really long time ago now. But we got to know each other fairly well and talk often and have a very sweet relationship. But I found an old steel, rusted out trash can lid from the old stainless steel trash cans that people used to use, and I looked at it and somebody was throwing it away. And if you picked it up, it would just fall into pieces. And I thought, oh my God, Jill's going to make something so cool. Do you remember I sent you this rusty trash
Oh
can
my
lid?
god,
And
yes,
then
and I
a few weeks
used
later,
it.
and we've been posting that as part of the ad for this work. This beautiful necklace that she made out of a rusted trash can lid, and I thought that's the kind of fun that I think you're really great at giving people permission to create, and to find the corners of themselves where they normally wouldn't choose that, and how you can take something and make it beautiful. So then you had that thing, whatever you call it. It was a call for artists to do what was that called?
It was a radical jewelry makeover was what it was called. And they gave a select few I think there were 3 of us, some old junk that people donated, and
Uh-huh.
they said, "Make stuff." And so I thought, "That was awesome. I had the best time doing that. Why don't we do that?"
Right.
Taking I mean, like, I did a ring, where one of the pieces that was given to me was this old faux pearl with a piece of metal in it. And I'm like, "Oh, I can solder that metal, and that could be like a disco ball." And then there were these old pair of earrings that had, I mean, really old fashioned, this man and woman like dancing, and I'm like, "Oh, let's put them together with the disco ball." And so this whole piece formed together from little pieces of what were mainly junk. And it was the only thing that was genuine and not costume was the amethyst that I crushed.
And you
Um,
had it in concrete, I think, or it was a hollow form ring, and it was all put
yes.
together.
It was a hollow foam ring, and I will share how we got it to, adhere to the metal, which I'm sure most of you already know this.
Maybe not, Jill.
Um,
Mhm.
um, and, um, and then tell a story, tell a little story, like a little sculpture of what you're thinking or what you're imagining or what you see, like, and you know what? We're gonna share what we brought. Like, everybody's gonna bring in a bunch of stuff, I hope. I have a ton of it, so I'm bringing it in for everyone. So we can all choose little pieces and little I've been looking for the little pewter trinkets of, like, little people and little things that I'm gonna bring with me, and I just want everybody to take this stuff and to make something that is wearable art, which is what we do. Um, and I think it's gonna be a really powerful feeling to know that you can take a piece of crap and, excuse me, make it into something that you can wear and that people will flip out over because, "Oh my god, you thought of that?" Um, so that's my goal. My goal is to make you have fun and to be happy and to enjoy what you're doing and to show it off and to just work without working. That's what I wanna do here, but I wanna give you different materials than you're used to working with, so you'll come up with new ideas. Maybe you're in a rut. Maybe you're like, "Oh, I have no inspiration," or "I have no, there's nothing that is making me wanna work right now." Maybe this will give you something new to think about. Because I know I get in places where I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm in that mood where it's not working right now, so I step away from the bench." Um, Something new will always make you wanna go back, will always make you want, something different that you've never done before. So I hope to give you your own I hope to make you see how awesome you are. That's what I wanna do. I want you guys to see how talented and amazing that you are, and let everyone else see it too.
And so it might be that you have these great plans, right? And you know what happens with great plans, right? So
Never.
so we all have these great plans and we come together and then somebody says, I really want to do whatever, and they name something that they want to do, and maybe they haven't had the experience of making that before, but they also want to take some old stuff that they brought, or they found the little people that Jill brings, or you have things from a charm bracelet from 1950 or whatever it is, and you want to do something with it, that Jill will stop the process and
Oh, yeah.
teach you whatever steps you want to be taught. We can't know because we're kind of pitching to an imaginary audience, right? I mean, we know some people have signed up, but when somebody comes in and they have this idea and they don't know structurally how to build that thing, I trust that you'll teach it and it will benefit everybody. But some of it's going to be very organic, that the unfolding of what you're going to teach will be based on what people in the class.
Absolutely. What's the word I'm looking for? Where cooperation. I want not cooperation, but I want people to
Collaboration.
make the class. I will show you what can be done, but you're gonna also show me what can be done. You're gonna ask questions. You're gonna guide. I mean, it's not planned. None of this class is planned. This is going to go how it goes, and it's gonna be up to you, and it's gonna be up to whoever's there, and we're gonna just go with it. Um, Collaboration, thank you, my love. Thank you, Gail, I appreciate that. What did I say? I don't even know what I
Cooperation. It
cooperation,
was
like
close.
Sesame Street, you
Yeah.
cooperate. So anyway, so that's what I really want. I want you guys to shine and show what you can do. And if it doesn't involve the little the stuff we're bringing in, whether it be good or bad, doesn't have to involve that. You can pretty much create what you want to create. If you're not in the mood to do it, using the old jewelry, or we can work on that too. Um, I'm open, but I will guide, but it's going to be mostly you. It really is. We'll talk, we'll answer questions, and then you're gonna go, and you're gonna play and figure things out.
Uh-huh.
Do
Some
I
of us,
have samples to show you? Now here's a story, okay? Um, we just moved, we built a brand new studio and a brand new house. We literally moved in 5 days ago. The studio's brand new. We have no internet. So I had to come to a house that I was renting before, and I have nothing with me. I didn't bring anything with me to show you, which is my mistake. I apologize for that, but I'll tell you what I'll do. I will send Susan. Susan, do you have any of the images of the pieces? I
yeah,
can also show you the
they're
from
on our website right now. I mean, on our Instagram, and we've been advertising with them. Let me see if I
okay, okay. I also want to show you there was a piece in the New York Times about this. Let me send you a link that maybe people can look at the link. Hang on one second. Let me do this.
we'll put
Uh,
it in our chat.
yes,
And do you know how to type it in there, Jill?
I believe I could figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then people can, and we could also share the screen if we want to, so people can look at it.
Radical jewelry makeover. There we go. And here we go. Let me get that. Sorry, I should have had this prepared. Let's get to it, New York Times. Okay, where are you? Give me 2 more minutes, I'll find it.
Was it called the Radical Jewelry Makeover?
Radical jewelry makeover in the New York Times. If you search that, you'll find it. Let me get it. Let me bring it up. I was bringing it up a different way. Hang on.
I have it.
Got it?
Yeah, is that the first, that's not the only time they've done it, right? I think it's the,
No, they've done, no, but this kind of thing, I think, was the only time, wait, I am, there we go. That they did this kind of exact thing, but Radical Jewelry Makeover is a business that they work with redoing old jewelry, but
uh-huh.
the Jewelry Edit was the company that we were working with, and they put together this whole thing with finding some artists and creating. I don't know that the Radical Jewelry Makeover ever did it this way before.
Uh-huh.
But they are a great, wait, let me get you back because I lost, there you are. Let me show you, there it is.
Oh, I found it too. So if
Thank you.
you go to radicalJewelryMakeover.org, you'll see all the pieces that Jill made for that. And I'll see if I can show them to you in in the chat. Did you put it in the chat?
Yes, yes. Where'd it go? Here it is. Wait. It's in the chat. Allison put it in.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna open that. Oops, I can't open that. Yes, I can. And I'll share our screen. See full article.
I do promise you this. I do promise you if you come that you're going to have the best time. I totally promise you because I am a mistake ready to happen. And the last time I was there, I was trying to do something and I couldn't get it. I was trying to put prongs in, and then Susan suggested I do it one way, and I forgot which way I do it. And then we tried it. I couldn't do it. And so it was just this moment of, I don't know what I'm doing, and it made everybody just feel closer together, I think. It's very organic and very natural and very I wear myself on my sleeve, and I think that we're gonna just have an awesome time. I really do.
So Gail is interested in knowing how we do it. If it's, we do a hybrid model. So Jill's teaching in the studio and we're also teaching to people at home who are on Zoom. And we have some really nice cameras and we have a camera staff that help us. And Jill will spend one-to-one time, but she'll also be sharing with the whole group. And we'll be sharing the work that people at home are doing with the people that are in the studio. And we have ways of pulling that all together.
Oh, that's a big thing. I mean, the MAG is just a wonderful place, and there are people behind the scenes. I mean, we're working, with people at home and people in the studio, and there are camera people, and cameras all over, and everybody feels involved. I didn't even feel like people were at home. I felt like they were there.
Yeah.
You know, it's really it's a great way to do it.
So, yeah, I mean, we've had some years of experience now making people feel like they're more connected with each other, and we have big screens where the people that are um, in the studio can see the people that are online and vice versa.
Yes,
And
yes.
so we have
I mean, I am also, like, if in the middle of something, you're like, "Oh, I have a question," you shout out your question, shout out what you're doing, shout out what there's like I said before, it's not a structured um,
formal.
class, workshop. It's not a structured form. We're in it together. We're doing it together, and I'm going to share how I do it, and then you will do it your way. I
And
think
you do and did demos. You will be doing
of
that.
course I will be doing
Follow,
demos.
you know,
Absolutely be doing demos.
yeah.
I'll be doing demos. I'll show you what's possible. I'll show you my way of doing things. Maybe you'll transfer it into a different way of doing the same thing. Maybe you won't. But I will absolutely be doing demos for everything that we're talking about,
Hmm.
regardless if you bring it up or if I'm bringing it up.
Yeah. There is a ring that you did for that workshop, and it's a hollow form ring, and it's got these pillars that are also hollow form rectangles, and then
Yes,
you embedded pieces of tourmaline. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I know
If,
exactly what you're
if
talking
you
about.
see a piece of work that Jill's made and you're inspired to ask about how she did it, Jill's going to share with you, for the most part, what she does. There might be some things that she tells you how to do a little bit differently than her little secret sauce recipes, but for the most part, she shares everything. And if you want to know how to attach something, and it doesn't seem like there's a metalsmithing way that you can think of doing it because your design is so unique, Jill will know how to make it happen.
There's another way to do it.
And if she doesn't, then that collaboration comes and we figure it out together.
Yep.
And so it is, for those of you that were there with us last year, I think you could agree that there was just so much fun and it was so freeing. That's what I remember. And
Yeah.
so much laughter. And then when people were making mistakes, there was frustration and we had concrete that wasn't setting up fast enough.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
still have 60 pounds of concrete in my trunk from that day because I can't lift
Yeah,
it.
we're not gonna be working with concrete this
No,
time.
no, but
Um,
needed to.
but but it was awesome last time.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna be doing this is a whole new workshop and a whole new thing, not like the last time. In case any of you were there last time, this is all new. Um, and I can't wait because I love working with things that I've never worked with before, and I like finding ways to make them into a piece of jewelry. I mean, things that are not meant to be a piece of jewelry, we can make into a piece of, or add it as a component to a piece of jewelry. Um, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. And I love doing I love using materials outside of what you might think to use as a metalsmith. because there's always way to incorporate other things into it's mixed media. They use that term in painting, and artwork, but ours is artwork as well, and it's using things that aren't necessarily supposed to be used for jewelry making. So we'll do that too, and yes, I will tell you how I do everything. If you really wanna know, I will tell you, I will share. I was a little reticent in the beginning, but I've decided I'm going to share because that's the right thing to do, and artists should help artists.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
if everybody got the same instruction, no two things would look alike anyway. So
never, never.
we're safe in that department.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Um,
But how about you guys? Do you have questions that you want to ask, or you have curiosities because you're thinking of something that you have that you want to reconstruct, or you have old jewelry that doesn't excite you anymore that you yourself made and you just sort of outgrew that phase that you were in and you might want to come remake it, or any
that's a
questions?
great idea. That's a great idea. I didn't
We
even
all
think
have a lot of that.
I'm
Yeah.
more curious about the crushed gemstones.
you
That has me,
are.
yes, that has me really interested.
Okay, well, we're gonna crush the gemstones and we're gonna make it the facade of the ring. And it's really cool looking, and I'm not gonna share how I do it now, but I will share how I do it there.
Okay,
How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm doing very well. You look great.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you. Okay, so do we have any other questions? Oh, but so with the crushed, it can be genuine. Don't be like, oh, I can't crush this. You can crush it. You can. But if it's fake, you can crush that too. You can use that too. So bring what you would like to work with, but remember there's going to be much more there to work with.
Is there somewhere online that we can see an example of this crushed gemstones? Like I'm looking on Instagram and I don't see anything.
Look at, what you mean the ring? Show
The
my,
I don't
radical,
know what you're talking about.
sorry,
okay.
the radicaljewelrymakeover.org.
Yeah.
If you go there, you'll see, I can show it to you. I don't know if it'll show up. Can you see that? Is it working? Can you guys see?
I can see it.
Oh, that one.
So that's crushed amethyst on the outside of a hollow form ring. And Jill, you have so much of it on your own Instagram where you've done
Yes.
work with crushed stone.
Yeah, crushed pyrite. If you
Huh.
scroll through the feed, crushed apatite. There's a bunch of different crushed ones. I'm sorry I don't have them with me. I really am. It's just been a very hectic time, moving and running around, and the studio's not totally set up. So, but do you have that link? You should be able to
I'm
see.
looking through it now. I just didn't
Oh,
know what
okay.
I was looking at. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
I have a
And then-
question about hollow forms and different metals together. I'm assuming that's covered in a big way, that, combining different metals and how you make them solder together without melting one of them.
Yeah, yes, but you know what? Melting one of them is kind of cool too.
Right.
Mhm.
I
Melted my
love
head.
those glasses. Oh my God.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
them.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's, and you know what's really cool too? When you put the torch to a piece of costume jewelry metal, quote unquote, and see what it does. It's really cool.
Melts into a ball.
It's really cool, and we gonna do that too. We can make like drips on the outside of a ring, or and it forms into this like molten. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but
Yes,
it's like,
like lead. Uh-huh.
yeah, and it's like, and then you can move it around, and then when it dries, it adheres, and it's just really cool looking. We'll do some of that in the class too.
And
in the
then
work-
Jill, you do a lot of interesting weaving with metal, and And earlier on, I still remember this, I'll always remember it. You did these really great garnet earrings that had mesh. Remember those?
Yes, oh, yes, I want to work with the mesh.
Yeah.
That's actually on the supply list. I love metal mesh. There's sterling silver mesh that we can incorporate into whatever you're doing. It's a fabulous look. Like you cut out a piece of the ring, let's say, and then you solder the mesh over the hole, and the mesh becomes the base of the ring, and it you can like see through it. I don't know that I'm explaining it well, but it's very fun to work with.
And then
Um,
I know that on Amazon, as much as I'd like to find it elsewhere too, they sell brass mesh that you can solder with silver solder. And
oh,
it's got,
sure.
and
I didn't know that they did on
yeah,
Amazon.
and it's not expensive, and we can bring that so that you have that.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely. As a matter of fact, I will, if we can still add a link onto the supply list, or maybe not, probably not.
I just bring it. We can add whatever,
Okay,
but I
okay.
can just bring it.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a great idea. I didn't even know about the brass mesh.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that's
that.
fun. Yeah, and it looks pretty. You can also, make great textures in the rolling mill with it. But
Yes.
you can actually solder with it. You just have to be careful, like everything. But it's a nice thing.
No, but no, brass to silver, I mean, that can easily be done. That's fun to do.
Right,
I
it's just a very fine mesh. So it's just managing your
Oh,
heat.
yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The mesh, there are two different kinds, at least what I'm familiar with. One is a hardier one that you can keep the flame on, but another is very fine. So
Right.
you have to sort of play with it and go around it to get the solder to melt.
And we can make mesh with wire. I mean,
Yes,
depending
yeah,
on,
of course you can.
right,
We can do
depending on
that as
how patient
well.
you guys are, we can weave. So,
Um, we can do anything. We can weave a whole ring with brass or so. By the way, I just want to let you know if there are people that want to come and you don't want to bring silver, you can bring brass. I mean, brass is a great metal to work with. There are, it doesn't have to be sterling silver.
yeah,
Um,
if you like copper, bring copper.
copper, exactly.
There's no rules here.
No,
You just do what
no.
you, but if you
Correct.
have things that you want to turn into other things, or you have elements of something, it could be the end of a piece of silverware, it could be a candlestick, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a piece of jewelry that you want to reconstruct.
Right. That's right. And remember, I mean, little things that maybe that aren't jewelry that you have, or how do I little trinkets that you might have. We can incorporate that as well. It's really a free for all on how we're going to do this. I'm excited to see what I'm going to create, and I know I'm excited to see what everyone there is going to create, because I know it's going to be amazing. It always is. And Susan, maybe we can get you to, make something, but you'll be too busy running around.
I don't know, maybe, you
Yes,
never know. But it doesn't matter. We'll be in the mix. We'll be creating
yes, of
either
course
way.
you will.
And if you have, all those earrings that you only have one more of because you've lost them, or a
That's right.
clasp
You
that
can do-
broke, or what, you don't even know why you have a thing, couple links from a gold bracelet that you're never going to do anything with, or
That's correct. That's correct. Anything,
old pieces
anything.
of chain. Jill, you do great things with chain if you have some chain,
Yes.
and it doesn't have to be
Oh,
precious.
those earrings in the Radical Jewelry
Right.
Makeover, those earrings.
Right.
That was chain from, from some of the stuff I got.
And you made that big necklace that we've been using for advertising, and it's just like lots of metal and chain, and
Yes.
it's a whole collar on a dress, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was also it was great. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just so great to be able to use stuff that you never used before. I mean, to me, that's really fun and exciting.
Also, Jill, I don't know if you'll
Something
be able to,
exciting.
but because you've done so much with runway and with people who are dressing other people for fashion industry things and magazine stuff and all that non in the studio work that you've done over the years. You
Yes.
have some great photography of your pieces, and I wonder if you have a way of bringing some of those images, if not the pieces.
Oh, absolutely. Can I do that?
Yeah. Can
All
you?
right. Can I?
Yeah.
What you talking about now? Yes.
If you want to do it now, but what I'm saying is you could bring it to class as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So
To
people
see
can
some of
see.
the older stuff and see, yes, for sure.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I think that would be really inspiring for people.
I
And
think
also,
that's a great idea. I think
yeah.
that's an excellent idea.
Mhm. And if you guys want to, if you want to know anything else, like if you send an email, this would be the easiest way to do it, to Susan at metalartsguildga.org, then I'll get Jill to send you whatever you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will absolutely do that. You can contact me. Well, you rather it go through you, so we'll do it
No,
that way.
no, you do it directly. I just
Oh, you can contact me directly.
supposed to protect
I'll-
you.
I wish I could bring up and just show you some of those, well, we'll bring it. We'll bring it. We'll make it happen. If you want it before, just ask Susan or ask myself. Is my email is available. My
Share
number
that.
is available for texting or however else you want.
Mhm. So
Let's-
do
Go
you want
ahead.
to put your phone number and your email in the chat so that people can
Yes.
copy that, and then they can get in touch with you directly. And if it's a question about something more specific to MAG, like do I have this kind of torch or do I have this whatever, Jill's ad for her workshop, it has a supply list on it, and it's not that you have to bring everything that's on there, but if you think you want to do that kind of work, then bring what's on there. We'll have tools for you to use, and if you have favorite tools, bring those yourselves, because nothing's quite the same as having your favorite saw or your favorite whatever.
Right. That's true.
Uh-huh. And
Um,
if people are traveling and they need a place to stay, call me and I'll tell you where I think the best places to stay would be if you don't have people here that you want to stay with. And if you live in town, of course, you don't need that. Um, we're just looking forward to having, and this doesn't have to be a gigantic workshop. There doesn't have to be 40 people in it or anything like that, but we would love it if people would come and make a really nice learning environment, so that you can
absolutely.
inspire each other.
I think we've got to think of what we do as more than selling what we're creating. I think that creating in and of itself is a joy and a pleasure. And it should be something that we want to do out, even without the business side of it. I mean, making money is awesome. We all know that. And if anyone wants to know about the business side, I'm all ears. I mean, I'm all mouth. I'm all tell you anything you want to know and what I learned. And oh, now I lost my train of thought.
I think you're saying that you'll teach people whatever they want to learn.
Whatever you want, whatever I know, I am open to sharing, without a doubt. That's exciting. That's exciting. I think that to let other people take what I did and make it their own, that's exciting to me. I would love to be a part of seeing what would transpire in that respect.
Mhm, mhm.
So anybody can call me or text me or email me and I will respond as soon as I can. I am an open book, like I said before. Anything you want to know, If you're not sure, you want to do this, if you want more information, if you want to just talk one-on-one about what it's about, maybe I'm not making myself that clear here, then please feel free to reach out and ask. What else? Let me see if I can show you something. How do I do this? Oh, I know how I can do this. Wait a minute.
You can share your screen. Will it let you do that?
Wait, how do I share my screen? And no.
I'm gonna make you a host. And so then you can go to the bottom. I just made you the host. You can go to the bottom.
Oh, go to host tools. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. Now, if I want to bring up,
Yep.
hang on, let me bring up some. I'm going to get.
Mindy, who works with us at MAG, would love to see some of your editorial.
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
Let's get some of that. Now if I bring it to where can I attach it to the chat? Oh, I'm sharing my screen. What am I
Right, you
talking?
can share your screen, and so that you go to share screen, but then you have to tell what screen you want to share. So if you're pulling something up, say from your photos, you tell it to share that.
Okay, so hang on, let me do that. Share. No, not the entire screen. Layouts and options, share sound, no, share. No. No. No, how do I go to share my? What? Share window. Okay, here's a window. Okay, now let me go to my, then I go to my photos. That is what I want to share. Wait, what
Yeah.
am I? Okay. All right, let's,
See the arrow down below where it says
oh,
share?
there it is. I think this is what it's doing now. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait. See the arrows down below.
So on the wherever your menu bar is, you'll see a green box with a black.
Right, share.
Right. So click on that, and then
I-
it's going to ask you what you want to share.
Where is it asking me? Oh,
Well,
photos unknown.
It'll pull up the whole screen.
Oh. Okay.
And if,
Allow Zoom Workplace to share your screen?
yep.
Okay. Okay, share.
Not working.
No, wait. I have to send you. What? Let me see. Let me try this and then we're gonna not bore people anymore.
Okay.
Okay. No. No. It's
All
not.
right.
Love the idea of sterling silver. Wait, let's see what this. I can't do it. I don't know why I can't do it. I mean, I usually know what I'm doing.
You can
Oh,
buy.
let me tell you where to get the silver mesh.
Rio sells it. There might be other stuff. I don't know if Stellar sells it.
Halsted sells it. That's where I usually get it from. Rio, you've seen it on Rio? I've never seen it on Rio.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
they
never
sell it there.
looked.
I've purchased it there several
The
times.
little 1-inch,
Little bits. Yeah, very
Yeah.
fine. Mhm.
okay, so let me do this.
So
Oh, Rio, yeah, that I don't think so either. I don't think Rio sells it anymore,
oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
but I know Halsted does.
Okay. So in terms of sharing your screen, Jill, is that a not happening thing?
No, I want it to happen. Wait a minute.
No, I
no.
just share my whole screen. And if your whole screen is maximized onto your photos, that's okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I open my photos. Oh, wait a minute.
But we can't see your screen, Jill.
Why?
See, if you click on share your screen and then at the bottom of the window that opens, it'll say share in a blue
Yes,
box.
I clicked on that, and then what's coming up? Oh,
Is
wait.
what?
It's sharing my desktop. Wait, there we go, photos.
There you go. Yeah, there you are. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So let's look at what we got. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so these are some fashion editorials.
Can
But
you
let me
click on
show
some of
you-
them, Jill?
These are not, I want to show you something good, really good. By the way, my company used to be called Metal Urge, way, way back. The urge for metal. Let me show you some that. Why do I have mixed in here? All right, here we come.
There's that.
Oh, these are a couple of editorials.
That's Chris.
That's Chris Lavish. That's correct. Let me show you some mags.
And then your swim stuff. That was fun.
Let's show you, see if I could find Bazaar or Vogue. That was fun. Wait, we're coming. This was an editorial.
That one.
Hang on, peeps. I'm getting there. This was an editorial.
I love her.
Yeah, she's beautiful. They're all beautiful.
Can you
Let's
make
see.
that bigger, Jill, so we can see it?
Yes. This one, no, this is not good to share. I'm thinking of a couple that would be great to look. This was actually a TV show that who was she? I don't know who she was, but she wore, oh, this woman is, she's also on a TV show. This is some model work.
Wait, don't go so fast because people that haven't
Okay.
seen that will love that. I love that shoot that you did.
Okay. So let's start at this shoot. Now these were like all the shots, and then this was the makeup. And then there were the ones that we chose. This was in, I don't remember what magazine, but I want to get you. This was before. Oh, here. Oh, we saw her already. Here's Mirage magazine, but I'm not in that shot, so that's useless. Come on.
Jill, we have some crushed gems in some of these photos too that people wanted to see.
You see some?
What's that one with
This
this?
one,
Yeah.
this is an amethyst cluster.
Okay, so it wasn't crushed, but
No, that one wasn't crushed. But I'm gonna go, promise you, here's the silver mesh.
Remember those earrings? I remembered those. Oh, they were tourmaline, not garnet. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get that.
Mm.
Here we go. It's coming. That was a shoot. A lot of Chris.
Here's some
Where?
gems, crushed gems in those. Did you see? Go back.
Oh yeah, here.
Mhm.
This is amethyst.
And that one I love too.
This is concrete and aquamarine.
Mhm.
But I'm looking for, this was a great shoot.
I love that one. But you're going so fast, people can't see it.
Okay, I'll go slower.
Just because you've seen them 1,000 times.
Right, right, right,
Love
right.
it. And on that, on the very end where her hands are so lit up.
I love that shot. That's like one of my favorite shots. All right, let me get, oh, there's the necklace that I made from what Susan sent me.
A trash can lid.
Yeah,
Click on it. Let me see it.
okay. I want to get a better picture of it.
Because yeah, I have a picture of it where it's just got a white background. It's not on a person, but it yeah. Can you get
There
can
it
you
is.
see that? So just a rusty trash can that turns in.
And I was so thankful. I said, send it to me. I want it.
That it was falling apart. Uh-huh. But you had
Yeah.
to figure out how to seal it and how to keep it from disintegrating and so
Yeah, that was great. That was also in craft forms.
Mhm.
Oh, here's
Yeah. Oh,
the,
so that's from that. I think that was from the jewelry.
yes,
Click
this
on
is
that.
what I'm
We've been
gonna show you.
advertising that shot.
Wait, let me get the good one. Here's the other crushed.
I like that one.
Where is the one with the necklace?
Wait, go back up for a second. See that one? Wait, go down. Slow down. No, go the other way. Yeah, there. Isn't that the rusty trash can? Go down. I mean,
Yes.
make this that on the end where it's white in the background, or is that a different piece?
No, this is
Yeah, that. Let's see that.
that she's wearing.
Right, but let's just see it by itself. Yeah, that's so cool. But that's a lot of what we're talking about, taking stuff and, uh-huh.
Let's get to an editorial, please. Couple of them. This was an article, Imperfect Beauty. This, that was an editorial for transgender people. This was, no, keep going. This was in Marika magazine.
So we do get the idea of the absence of conventionality for sure.
Yes. And but I just really want to show you what I'm looking for,
Which is,
which is a couple of the really good editorials.
oh,
And of course, now, I mean, I have thousands of pictures. This was a great one. What magazine was this? Oh, this was Lucy's magazine. Um,
Oh, that piece, the bracelet with the lock, that's a good one.
yeah, the bracelet with the lock. Where'd it go?
Go down the other direction. Yeah, that way. There you
Oh,
go.
this one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's
It rubber?
oh no, that's rubber. That's right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, here are the editorials. Rose magazine. We got the cover. These are all, I mean, a lot of them are indie fashion magazines that fashion people will read, but we also did Vogue and Elle and Paper and Nylon that I'd like to share with you.
Well, if you can't find them now, you can
Yeah.
bring to the thing. That's fine.
Yes, I will do that. That's Marika magazine. Yeah, we can do that. Of course, I don't want to bore people to death by scrolling through my
You could do if you wanted to a little, slideshow thing and we can take a few minutes and look at that and people
okay.
find some inspiration in that too. I got to see that bracelet that's
Oh, this one?
close up. That's fun.
That was, I was just playing. I wanted to see what would happen, what I could do.
Well, that's how you work, right?
That's exactly how, here it is.
Yeah, how fun.
That's all what everything is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me playing. It's an editorial. This one was in Bazaar. Let's get the
Oh,
cover.
there's the white background with that rusty. Did you see? Oh, you got.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So a rusty trash can becomes a really cool necklace. And you put a pearl at the bottom of it there.
Yes, I put a pearl. I loved that, Susan. That was awesome.
I just thought it was so fun. And so, you could see something, you could say, oh, Jill could make something out of that, but you can too.
Yes, and you will if you decide to come, which I think you should because we're gonna have you're gonna really create something amazing. These are all
Those are fun. All those rings. Yeah. So no shortage of photographs. I love the New York.
yeah, these were a couple. These are all editorials. What magazine is this? I forgot.
But when you come, maybe you can talk to people about how that all got started. I mean, you were in New York City for a long time,
Yes.
had the capacity to show up somewhere and do your thing, and not a lot of people don't even know how they would touch that world, and maybe they would.
And I will give advice on how to do that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That would be my pleasure. I would
it-
love to talk about that because that again, happened just by this is a cool ring.
Uh-huh. Show it, Jill. Don't go so fast. Click
Okay,
on it.
let's
Click
go
on it.
show that. Which pew?
Those are two separate ones, right? Yeah.
Wait, this one's a better shot, I think. No. But there's one in a magazine with a woman wearing it.
I know. No, you just passed it. Go the other way. See it in the middle. Nope, go the other way. Slow down right there.
That's me.
That's
That-
you? But that's okay. That's a woman wearing it.
Yeah, it's true. That's cool too.
I like the tubes with the pearl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
decided to try a different kind of shank, not even really a shank. Oh, wait, here. See, this was in a magazine.
Right, look how
That's-
cool it is. So
That's-
then did you put enamel on the inside of the tubes?
That's correct, but I didn't do the enamel the way you're supposed to do it.
Of course not.
I put the enamel, the powder into into the little cup, and
Uh-huh.
I just heated it, but as I was heating it, I would sprinkle more enamel in.
Uh-huh.
And
uh-huh.
it got a different kind of texture, but
Yeah.
it was really cool. It was
Uh-huh.
very cool looking.
And so that's just exploring and experimenting. So you torch
A
fired.
great
Oh,
shot.
great shot. Okay. So any people have any specific questions about this?
Yeah. About anything? Nothing. Nobody wants to chit chat today. That's okay.
Okay,
Here's that ring.
yeah, that's fun.
Oh, and here is another piece. Let me show you a couple of other pieces from that. This was another piece that I did from from jewelry I was just handed. I
Oh,
did
so they gave it to
bracelet.
you. Uh-huh.
Um,
And those chains right there, that necklace.
and this change, I took the chain and I did this ring. This was from, these are pieces of glass. And these earrings. No.
Mhm.
Which I did as well from the old chains. And this necklace. That was Paris. That was Miami. Fashion Weeks. Sorry about the personal stuff that gets mixed in there too.
Right
Oh,
there.
here, this was in Vogue.
Mm.
This is a great shot. I love that. This one. Yeah, these are good. This is awesome. I just think this is so cool.
Oh,
It's a very different kind of editorial. Oh, this is a ring, I don't know, that I did for someone's engagement.
mhm. And there's a mesh. Mhm.
Yeah, and there's the mesh.
Nice. So yeah, you never know. It's gonna come.
You never know what you can create until you try.
So that's good, Jill. We will accept questions and people can get in touch with you directly. And if you want to register for a workshop, but you have more questions that you need to ask, feel free. And we'll do our best.
I think we just admitted somebody into, yes. Karen just came.
Oh, you know, because you're the host, so you're
Right, I'm the host now.
you're in charge. Yeah.
So I honestly don't know what else to talk about except for that I guarantee, and that's a hard word to use while meaning it, and I really mean it, that it will be exciting and fun and different. Thank you, can't wait. Thank you. I knew this would be, oh, I love you all. I mean, you're all really great. Thank you. I really appreciate you coming. And I hope to hear from you if you have any questions, if you want to find out more about this workshop in more detail. And if you want me to show you some actual pieces when I get internet this weekend, so I can do that. It's been very difficult with no internet.
I can imagine.
Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. What else we have?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. Wait, did I put out there? Oh, Halsted for metal mesh. Yeah,
And then you can buy brass mesh on Amazon, but
right.
I will also bring it to the thing.
I've been looking for old metal window mesh. You know, it's now plastic and you can't find the old stuff. It was really small. And I'm sure you can solder that onto other,
You mean
Can you
screen?
definitely-
yeah, just, you know, I
Real
don't know,
screen.
galvanized steel.
Yep, yep,
I'm going to still keep looking for some.
yep. eBay.
Oh, good idea.
You can
eBay.
find it on eBay.
And
Mhm.
yes, you can definitely do something with that. That's a great idea. That's that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, try eBay.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, friends.
I want to thank you all for coming. I hope I spread a little light on what we're going to be doing. And if you have any questions about me personally, I'm happy to answer them. And I really hope that you decide to come, because anything at the Metal Arts Guild is great. And if we're all there together, it will be even better. And thank you, Susan, for putting this together.
As always. Uh-huh. Okay. So we'll look forward to hearing from you, seeing you. And if not this, something else, but we'll still be grateful for your attendance and participation in everything we do, anything. we do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you. Mhm.
I love you all. I really do.
And
Hi.
this recording will be on our YouTube station. So that's it. All right, sweetie.
Guys.
See you
Oh,
soon.
look for that screen. Let's do something with that.
Oh, I have it. Yeah, I'll bring it. It's a go-to. I have it.
No, the screen, real screen.
Oh, you mean window screen?
Yeah,
Okay. Yep. Yep.
I think that would be really cool.
It could be.
All right.
Could be.
I
Okay.
love you, Susan.
Oh yeah, of course. I love you too. Okay.
I love
Bye,
you all.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.